You played that for me last time at your house, remember?
Okay, then why can't we figure out, why can't I just get an answer?
An answer for what? Me and Deputy Lowe.
You guys are going to sit here and listen to that and tell me that you don't hear something strange going on there?
Me and Deputy Lowe had like an hour conversation with you about this last time.
So, when we visually watch the other officers, I apologize for taking a second here. Would anyone like to look at this or no?
Is it the ones you showed us last time?
Yes, it is.
I understand you got property in there and stuff. That's why. What am I doing? Okay.
I got the complete long form 5-minute video.
I don't need to see all that.
Okay? I mean, I'm not trying to be unfair with y'all. I'm trying to figure out why this is allowed to happen, and I just get told nothing. Like, that's all I've been told is...
Because somebody wiping their nose?
My court cases were dismissed where I was alleged to have pulled a gun on Ken Poston. Okay? And then my charges were dismissed for me trespassing on that property, and the theft of the vehicle was also dismissed because they knew what they were doing was illegal. So where am I supposed to stand in this situation? Literally, my license still says I live there. Am I allowed to go over there? You're probably you couldn't even give me an answer.
You don't live there.
Yes, because I was illegally removed. That's what, that was the plan.
I don't know what you want. Like, I'm kind of lost here.
I mean, if you're trying to uphold the law, aren't you upset about this? If you guys are trying to uphold the law, then how can you watch this shit happen to someone like this? This is so blatantly documented that it's undeniable and has had incredible impact in the news media. Not that it went on the news media, but it has affected other things drastically.
Well, then you need to go see a judge. Because if you were removed from the house, it was on a judge's order.
What would going to the judge help me with? I'm genuinely asking.
If you were evicted from a property, if you were legally removed, signed by the judge, then it becomes a dispute, a civil dispute that you would have to take up in court with a judge.
Right. So I hear you, but all the court system has been used for, again, with me, and my personal experience has been to attack me. If I haven't particularly seen you guys much more other than today, maybe you a time before. Okay. Well, I've dealt with a lot of police officers, a lot of drugs moving through this property, me stopping a lot of crime going on that was happening here, and now everyone's just like, I've literally met 50 officers and have officers that know me by name. My poster was on the wall in the damn police department, wherever your little wall is or whatever. And this is what I get, is just a blank, like the judges.
We cannot overrule a judge.
But you can arrest these people who have done this.
Who?
For what?
The other officers?
Ken Poston is a judge. The other officers, yes, them too.
Okay, they're following a judge's order.
Not them being elevated on what appears to be a substance, that's illegal.
I disagree. I'm not even going down that rabbit hole with you. So
That's okay. You don't have to have accountability if you don't want it. I mean, you're the one working with the guy while he's doing that shit. Okay. So that,
by all means, then you can go talk to our captain. It's Captain James Socker. Go talk to him, and if he sees anything with it, then by all means.
I mean, this isn't about.
I'm not going off a video where there's a cop wiping his nose. That's irrelevant to me.
So, if it's important enough for Captain Pitts to watch my videos on taxpayer dollars, then
it sounds like he looked into it, and obviously there was nothing to it. But now you're not happy because...
No. I'm letting you tell your side because I already know what's happened. You can tell me that you don't see whatever you want.
So what are you needing from us right now?
Can I access this property or no?
If you were evicted, no.
I was not evicted. I never got an eviction.
So then what's the status of you in this property?
I'm still a legal resident. I'm not evicted. That's what you just said.
You live there?
I was not served an eviction.
So what's the status of you in this property? Do you live there? Do you pay bills there? Do you sleep there at night?
I was until I was arrested.
I thought you lived over here off of.
Now I do.
Okay, so you don't live here now. You live over here.
When I was removed by the police officers and told by Gary Siss that I would be arrested again if I returned to that property, yes.
Then if the sheriff said no, you can't be there, then no, you can't be there.
Okay, so because the sheriff said so, not because you just said I needed an eviction, but
No, you don't necessarily need an eviction to be trespassing.
clearly,
No.
I'm not trying to get in it with you, but this is ridiculous.
And I understand that you feel that way, but if the owner of that property stipulated that they don't want you there, then you can't return.
Okay, so you didn't hear that audio on this speaker?
I didn't hear the audio specifically.
Is the owner the man that passed away?
So
Yes, and his last words are, "The cops are hurting me." So I think there's a large issue here.
He's done. He's done.
I don't know the context of this audio other than saying he
He's
said it.
done.
What does that have to do
So if your grandfather sent you a voicemail that while he's in the hospital that says, "The cops are hurting me. They won't let me out of here except for Mike Moffitt, the neighbor." I mean, I don't understand what the cops are hurting me. They won't let me out of here except Mike Moffitt, and Mike Moffitt now owns the house. And
Was he in the hospital when he sent me that?
yes,
Which hospital?
Erlanger, Gun Barrel. They tried to trespass me there.
That's right. Me and you talked about this last time. That's something you're going to take up with Hamilton County because that happened in Hamilton County. That didn't happen here.
Well, a bunch of stuff happened here also. So
Well, that's what I'm trying to tell you. I don't have enough context and enough information to give you clear answers on what you're asking here about this property and you being allowed there. So based on just a little bit that I've heard, like I said, I've not had any interaction with you before, but just based on a little bit that we've talked about, somewhere along the line, you've been removed from this property and told not to be there.
that is what happened.
Okay, so then you're not allowed to be there. Per Georgia law, if somebody tells you not to be on the property,
So if the cops I'm living there and the cops show up to the house and say, "You're trespassing and you've stolen a car that you have documentation of," and then steal my court document, and I understand you don't know about that part of the story, but I'm just saying this is what has happened to me. I have been absolutely shafted, and you guys get shafted by all this immigration crap and all these laws that they just don't give a shit about. So it's not just a me problem. This is literally an us problem. If you have officers that are elevated serving with you on the damn team.
Just let me tell it.
I'd like to speak to my lawyer.
You're under arrest.
And you see his,
3 years on jail. You damaged the door. You forced entry to a residence that doesn't belong to you. I understand you got property in there and stuff. That's why I'm not charging you with a felony. You understand?
Keys to the Mustang.
To
Mike Moffitt.
Yep, I didn't think so. That Mustang only has 52,000 on it. We have to act.
where was that taken at?
that property. And I have 30 minutes of footage of that. That's just for media, so people could see it in a minute and understand what was happening. Like, I have 6 solid minutes of these people doing the same crap where a 30-year former drug officer reviewed it and admitted, he said, was a drug officer and I started taking drugs. These 7 officers are high on drugs, and the only person who's not high on drugs is the person they're arresting. So, and I mean, I can show you the 5-minute version, which.
But you were removed from the property and told not to leave.
And then my case got dismissed as well.
So then at that point, it's like, Lieutenant Cunningham said, it's something you'll have to take up with the judge.
But if the judge made the illegal order, then why, with no eviction, then why?
You don't necessarily have to have an eviction to be removed or banned from property.
I noticed.
That's how Georgia law works. It's in statute. It's very clear.
What is there a pretense behind? I'm just asking. Is there a pretense behind that? Is there a condition behind that? What?
Am I being trespassed?
From your own property? Yeah, I would like to know how I could get removed from a property that I literally have video of your officers coming to the house and telling me I could live there after Jeff died, and then you guys come back, whatever, a couple of weeks, a month later, and then remove me from the house.
I don't know what circumstances might have happened in between that. Okay.
Lieutenant's on the phone with the people that came up that they trying to figure out.
Okay.
But between when you were told that you could be there and when you were removed.
But you also have to understand, with all that you're seeing behind this, the people that he could be talking to could very well easily be feeding him any kind of information, because I have it documented and these people don't seem to have it documented at all.
Everything that we do is on body cameras, and everything we do is documented.
Okay, well, if he's giving a story about my situation, then that is beyond body camera documentation, because I dealt with the courts, I dealt with Ken Poston, I dealt with Larry Stagg, I dealt with elder abuse people, the SWAT getting sent with the elder abuse people. I mean, and you guys still don't have anything on me. There's no charges that you guys have actually, all these charges have been put against me or been tried to put against me, and here I am trying to get some accountability. So,
Lieutenant said if you have a problem with the way some of our deputies have done stuff, you have to go speak to the captain. He's above us. We can't do anything about that. That's somebody higher than us.
right, so if Captain Pitts has watched all my videos, then James Stockard is completely aware of what has happened.
Not necessarily. Captain Pitts is over second division.
All right, so I spoke to the homeowner. He said you are not allowed on that property. You were arrested on that property back last year for criminal trespass.
Which was dismissed.
Okay, that's irrelevant.
That's fine. I appreciate you asking him, though.
So you're not allowed on the property.
It would have been friendly of him to, but that's fine. I hear you. I appreciate, if that's the end of our meeting here, I appreciate you guys' time.
Okay. All right. Have a good one.
Thank you very much. Checking our comments here. Can't talk to a lawyer, y'all. I mean, the cops don't even want to do their job. Oh, they're speeding off. Anyway. Oh, they're speeding off. Oh, they're speeding off, boys. Trying to read all the comments, y'all. Sorry. Broke people activities. That's funny. Anyway, peace, y'all.